Judge heard thousands of cases in her courtroom over the years. What nothing could have prepared her for the case she was about to hear next. The moment the bailiff called the names of the accused, her hands began to tremble, because standing inside that courtroom were her own children. The entire courtroom fell silent as Judge Eleanor slowly looked up from the case file. Her face turned pale. For a moment, she couldn't even speak. Her oldest daughter stood on one side of the courtroom, with tears in her eyes, while her son and youngest daughter stood together on the opposite side, unable to even look at her. That was the moment Judge Eleanor realized something horrifying had been happening inside her own home for months, and she had never seen it. Judge Eleanor was known as one of the toughest judges in the state. Inside the courtroom, nobody escaped her sharp questions or strict decisions. But outside the courtroom, she was simply a mother, raising 3 children alone after her husband's death. Her oldest daughter, Vanessa, was responsible, mature, and protective of the family. Her youngest daughter, Lily, was quieter and emotional. Then there was her son, Ethan, charming, rebellious, and always avoiding responsibility. From the outside, they looked like a normal family, but slowly, strange things inside the house began to disturb Vanessa. At first, it was small things: late-night whispers, bedroom doors quietly closing, footsteps moving through the hallway after midnight. Vanessa tried ignoring it at first. She convinced herself she was overthinking. But one night, everything changed. At exactly 12:17 a.m., Vanessa woke up after hearing movement outside her room. She opened her bedroom door slightly and saw Lily carefully walking down the hallway barefoot, making sure nobody heard her. Vanessa watched silently as Lily stopped outside Ethan's bedroom door, then slowly walked inside. The door quietly closed behind her. Vanessa froze. At first, she tried convincing herself it meant nothing. Maybe Lily needed advice. Maybe she was upset about something. But then 10 minutes passed, then 20, then almost an hour, and Lily still hadn't come out. Vanessa's heart started racing. The next morning, she confronted Lily in the kitchen, but Lily instantly became defensive. "You're acting crazy," Lily snapped. Vanessa noticed Ethan sitting silently at the table, refusing to make eye contact. That silence told her everything. From that moment on, Vanessa started paying attention to every detail inside the house: the secretive looks, the hidden smiles, the sudden silence whenever she entered a room. And slowly, a horrifying suspicion began forming in her mind. Weeks later, Vanessa finally exploded during a family dinner. She accused them directly. The entire table went silent. Judge Eleanor immediately demanded to know what Vanessa was talking about. But before Vanessa could explain, Lily burst into tears and ran upstairs. Ethan followed her seconds later. Judge Eleanor became furious at Vanessa for causing chaos without proof. But deep inside, Vanessa knew she wasn't wrong. That same night, she decided to find the truth herself. Around midnight, Vanessa secretly waited in the hallway with her phone recording. Minutes later, Lily once again walked toward Ethan's room. This time, Vanessa followed her. The moment she pushed the bedroom door open, screaming erupted throughout the house. Judge Eleanor rushed upstairs in panic, and what she saw completely shattered her world. Vanessa was crying uncontrollably. Lily was terrified, and Ethan stood frozen in silence. The next few days inside the house became unbearable. Arguments filled every room. Nobody spoke during meals. Judge Eleanor tried desperately to hold the family together, but the damage had already been done. Then things became even worse. One night, Vanessa and Ethan got into a violent argument outside the house. Neighbors reported hearing screamings from the street. Moments later, Ethan allegedly smashed Vanessa's car windows with a baseball bat during the fight. Police arrived shortly afterward, and within days, the case landed in court. Judge Eleanor had no idea what case she was walking into that morning, not until she heard the names. The second she realized her own children were involved, the courtroom atmosphere changed completely. People in the audience whispered in shock. Even the bailiff looked uncomfortable. Judge Eleanor tried maintaining her composure, but emotionally, she was collapsing inside. Still, she remained in her chair because now she faced the hardest decision of her life. Would she act like a judge or a mother? Vanessa finally testified first. With tears streaming down her face, she explained how she slowly discovered the secret relationship inside the house. She described the late-night visits, the lies, the secrecy, the fear. Then Lily spoke. Through tears, she admitted that she and Ethan had developed feelings for each other after years of emotional isolation inside the house. She claimed they knew it was wrong, but didn't know how to stop. The courtroom sat in complete silence. Nobody could believe what they were hearing. Then Ethan finally stood up. For the first time, he admitted everything. He admitted the relationship. He admitted the arguments. And finally, he admitted destroying Vanessa's car in anger. Judge Eleanor closed her eyes for several seconds. The pain on her face was impossible to hide. This was no longer just another courtroom case. This was her family falling apart in front of the entire world. After a long silence, Judge Eleanor finally spoke. Her voice trembled. Inside this courtroom, I must follow the law, even when it destroys my heart as a mother. Nobody moved. Nobody even breathed. Then Judge Eleanor delivered her ruling. And by the time the hearing ended, her family would never be the same again.